Chapter 10. The little prince visits the king.
The little prince found himself in a neighborhood of the Asteroids, so he began by visiting them. The first one was inhabited by a king.
Here is a subject.
For kings, the word is extremely simplified. All men are subjects. The little prince looked around for a place to sit down, but the planet was covered by the magnificent expensive robe, so he remained standing, and since he was tired, he yawned.
It is a violation of etiquette to yawn in a king's presence. I forbid you to do so.
I can help it. I have made a long journey, and I haven't had any sleep.
Then I command you to yawn. Come on, yawn again. It is an order.
That intimidates me. I can do it now.
Well, then I command you to yawn sometimes and sometimes to,
He was sputtering a little and seemed annoyed for what the king insisted that his authority should be universally respected.
Sire, excuse me for asking.
I command you to ask.
Sire, over what do you reign?
Over everything.
Over everything?
The king pointed to his planet, to the other planets, and to the stars.
Over all that?
Over all that.
And the stars obey, even the sun?
Of course, they obey immediately. I tolerate no insubordination.
I like to see a sunset. Can you do me a favor, Your Majesty? Command the sun to set.
You shall have your sunset. I shall command it, but I shall wait, according to my science of government, until conditions are favorable. That will be that will be tonight around 7:40, and you will see how well I am obeyed.
I have nothing further to do here. I'm going to be on my way.
Do not leave! Do not leave!
If Your Majesty desires to be promptly obeyed, you should give me a reasonable command. You might command me, for example, to leave before this minute is up. It seems to me that conditions are favorable.
The king made no answer. The little prince hesitated at first. Then, with a sigh, he took his leave.
I make you my ambassador.
He had a great air of authority. The little prince thought,
The grown-ups are so strange.
Chapter 11. The little prince visits the basement.
The second planet was inhabited by a very vain man.
I am about to receive a visit from an admirer.
For vain men, all other men are admirers.
Good morning. That is a queer hat you are wearing.
It is a hat for salute. It is to salute when people acclaim me. Unfortunately, nobody at all ever passes this way.
Yes?
Clap your hands one against the other.
The little prince clapped his hands. The vain man raised his hat in a modest salute.
This is more entertaining than the visit to the king.
The little prince said to himself, and he began again to clap his hands, one against the other. The vain man again raised his head in salute. After 5 minutes of the exercise, the little prince grew tired of the game's monotony.
And what should one do to make the hat come down?
But the vain man did not hear him. Vain people never hear anything but praise.
Do you really admire me?
What does that mean, admire?
Admire means that you regard me as the handsomest, the best dressed, the richest, and the most intelligent man on this planet.
But you are the only man on your planet.
Do me this kindness, admire me just the same.
I admire you, but what is therein that interests you so much? The grown-ups are certainly very old,
he said to himself as he continued on his journey.
Chapter 12. The little prince visited a drunk man.
The next planet was inhabited by a drunken. This was a very short visit, but it plunged the little prince into deep depression. The drunken was sunk in silence before a collection of empty bottles and a collection of full bottles.
What are you doing there?
I am drinking.
Why are you drinking?
To forget.
To forget what?
To forget that I am ashamed.
What are you ashamed of?
Ashamed of drinking.
The drunken shut himself up into silence, and the little prince went away.
The grown-ups are certainly very, very strange,
he said to himself as he continued on his journey.
You become responsible forever for what you have tamed. Chapter 13. The little prince visited a businessman.
The fourth planet belonged to a businessman. This person was so busy that he didn't even raise his head when the little prince arrived.
Hello, your cigarette has gone out.
3 and 2 make 5. 5 and 7 make 12. 12 and 3 make 15. Good morning. 15 and 7 make 22. 22 and 6 make 28. I haven't time to light it again. 26 and 5 make 31. Phew! Then that makes 501,622,731.
500 million what?
Are you still there? 501 million? I don't remember. I have so much work to do. I am a serious man. I can't be bored with trifles. 2 and 5 make 7.
501 million what?
Oh, those little things you sometimes see in the sky.
Flies?
No, those little shiny things.
Bees?
No, those little golden things that make lazy people dream. Now I am a serious person. I have no time for a daydreaming.
Ah, you mean the stars?
Yeah, that's it. Stars.
And what do you do with 500 million stars?
501,622,731. I am a serious person and I'm accurate.
And what do you do with those stars?
Nothing. I own them.
You own the stars?
Yes.
But I have already seen a king who...
Kings don't own. They reign over. It's quite different.
And what good does owning stars do you?
It does me the good of being rich.
And what good does it do you to be rich?
It makes it possible for me to buy more stars if somebody discovered them.
And what do you do with them?
I manage them, I count them, and then I count them again. It's difficult work, but I am a serious person.
If I want a flower, I can pick it and take it away. But you can pick the stars.
No, but I can put them in the bank.
And what does that mean?
That means that I write the number of my stars on a slip of paper. And then I lock that slip of paper in a drawer.
And that's all.
That's enough.
That's amusing. It is really poetic, but not very serious. I own a flower myself, which I water every day. It's useful to my flower that I own her, but you are not useful to the stars.
The businessman opened his mouth and found nothing to say in reply. The little prince went on his way.
Grown-ups are certainly quite extraordinary.
That's all what he said to himself as he continued on a journey.
Grown-ups never understand anything for themselves, and it is tiresome for children to be always and forever explaining things to them.
Chapter 14. The little prince visited a lamplighter.
The fifth planet was very strange. It was the smallest of all. There was just enough room on it for a street lamp and a lamplighter.
Good morning. Why have you just put out your lamp?
Orders. Good morning.
What orders are those?
to put out my street light. Good evening. And he lighted his lamp again.
But why have you just lighted again?
Those are the orders.
I do not understand.
There's nothing to understand. Orders are orders. Good morning. It's a terrible job I have. It used to be reasonable enough. I put the lamp out in the morning and in the evening I light it again. I have the rest of the day for relaxation and the rest of the night for sleep. And the orders haven't changed.
Which means?
The planet now makes a complete turn every minute, and I no longer have a single second for repose. Once every minute, I have to light my lamp and put it out. Good evening.
That is very funny. A day lasts only 1 minute here where you live.
It is not funny at all. While we have been talking together, a month has gone by.
A month?
Yes, a month. 30 minutes, 30 days. Good evening. The little prince watched him. He felt that he loved this lamp liar, who was so faithful to his order. He wanted to help his friend.
You know, I can show you a way to take a rest whenever you want to.
What good does that to me, when the one thing in the life I want to do is sleep?
Then you are unlucky.
I am lucky. Good morning.
It is the time you have lost for your rose that make your rose so important.
Chapter 15. The little prince visited geography. The sixth planet was 10 times bigger than the last. It was inhabited by an old gentleman who wrote enormous books. He was a geographer. A geographer is a scholar who knows where the seas are, and the rivers and cities, the mountains and the desert. All geographers love to live explored. That comes from another planet.
Where I live is not very interesting. It's so small. I have 3 volcanoes, 2 active and 1 extinct. I also have a flower.
Geographers are not interested in ephemeral things. They are not interested in flowers. The little prince went on his way thinking of his ephemeral flower. Chapter 16. The little prince visited planet Earth. The seventh planet was the Earth. The Earth is not just an ordinary planet. It contains 111 kings, 7,000 geographers, 900,000 businessmen, 7.5 million drunkards, 300 million vain men, in other words, 2 billion grown-ups.
One sees clearly only with the heart. What is essential is invisible to the eye.